Sweeney is day to day.
North Dakota here, what stands out to you about this year's squad? I feel like they're kind of in the same boat. These are two really different teams than what played in that NCHC title game last spring.
Well, a little bit. I mean, obviously they've got good, veteran goaltending and Cam Johnson, and obviously their freshman Tome's played well. Their D-core is solid. I think their team defensively is very good this year. I think their typical North Dakota team, they're 4 lines deep. You look at the guys, Gerstich, Bragansky, those guys can score. But they've been banged up too, so I'm not sure. They've had a lot of different lineups, but I think they're just a very, very solid team from top to bottom with good depth, strong defensively, and it'll be another challenge.
Do you see them as potent as an offensive team as they have been in years past? Even though they don't have a guy like a Brock Besser.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Last weekend, a lot of teams were potent offensively. I don't know. You don't know from week to week. You know what? Do I think they're capable of scoring a lot of goals? Yes. They put up a 7th spot against Omaha. Yes. I think they have a dangerous team, and I think some of it too is they might not have the names that they maybe have had in the past that people are used to seeing, but I think they've got some really good players with a lot of ability, and like I said, I think they have good depth, and some of those guys are in a position this year that they weren't in last year to contribute more and do more, and their scoring is very balanced. If you look at the scoring, I mean, it's their scoring, team scoring is very similar to ours. And you look at, they don't have a 30-point guy. They've got a lot of guys, 8, 10, 11 guys in double digits. I think their leading scorer has 19 points. It was a freshman, well, it's not a freshman, but a junior, Nick Jones. And so they've got some guys.
Do you sense your guys any extra pep in the step, any extra confidence after that sweep of Colorado College to start the second half NCHC play here?
I would hope so. I mean, obviously, anytime you come off a real good weekend, you should have that excitement about playing. And obviously, we know who we're playing. We know, the challenge that's in front of us. So I'm hoping so far we've had a good week, and hopefully that carries into the weekend.
What's been the key to success here for the power play lately for its last 16?
Probably keeping it a little more simple, Bruce. I mean, it changed. The funny thing, it changed the Yale game. We were missing the guys. We had some different players on it, especially up at the top, and we kind of changed the structure of it a little bit to keep it more simple. And next thing we come out of that game with 3 power play goals and 4 chances, and we didn't get the opportunity against Dartmouth. And in Colorado, I thought, our second unit got us going. Kobe's goal, and we already got a goal on that unit, but it's a little bit different structure, and off that structure we've scored 5 of the 8 goals. So maybe it's a little different look, a little more simpler look. Our top one still, I thought, did a good job. Riley got a goal. So I think once you start getting some goals, it's like 5-on-5. You get a little confidence, and as long as you don't get away from what got you the goals, and I think, our power play hasn't been poor. I mean, it's slowly getting better. It's slowly putting pucks in the net, and, I'm not going to say I expect 3 every weekend, but it's better. It's in a good spot. I think the guys have some confidence, but this week we're going to get challenged. They pressure. We've got to make plays under pressure, and we've got to come up the rink better. I think the biggest key last weekend was we were good on faceoffs. We won a lot of faceoffs to start the power play. Led us not having to chase pucks 200 feet. So that needs to continue.
They're a puck possession team. You want to be a puck possession team. What do you have to do to kind of impose your will and keep them from having the puck alive?
Don't turn it over, number one. Make sure we're making good plays, strong plays, holding on to pucks and not forcing things. They're a good transition team as well, and they get their D involved. And again, defensively, we need to play good defensively to create offensive chances. So I hope we can play a little bit more like we did Saturday defensively against Colorado than we did Friday, because if we play like we did Friday, we might be in trouble. We need to play tighter. We need to have good gaps. We need to have 5-man units helping out and back pressure. And I think if we do that, we'll create some opportunities offensively with the puck and hopefully limit their chances.
How do you guys mentally prepare for this kind of demanding 8-day stretch here with 5 games in those 8 days?
Don't talk about it much. Just played last weekend. We played. Our focus is Friday night against North Dakota. That's all you can worry about. As a coaching staff, we'll run the practices accordingly. But our guys know what's in front of them. They're excited about playing. Kids want to play this time of year. Whether they're hard games, there's no easy games. So I said, what would you rather be doing, practicing or playing? So they want to play. So.
For the guys who were here last year, Scott, does that success you've had against North Dakota carry over at all to this year? Or do you
I would certainly hope it does. You know what? Because I've been in the other boat where there were years where we played good games and didn't win, and our guys go in there and we found ways to lose games. So hopefully we're finding ways to win games against them, and that does carry over. And I would certainly hope that our older guys are impressing upon our younger players that we've had success against them, and that's a good thing, and it needs to continue.